Hi, I'm Christy DeSmith, an editor at Mpls.St.Paul Magazine, and we are here with Gloria Steinem, who is in town to be the keynote speaker for the 27th annual luncheon of Women Winning. As a woman, I feel that professionally and personally, so much more is expected of me. I don't know, do you have any thoughts on that? Is that something
Well, I do think, I do notice that young women seem to think they have to be a terrific success by the time they're 30 or something, you know. Which makes no sense whatsoever, because we live much longer than we ever did before, you know. So,
right.
So we have
to be
more time, you know,
right.
Not less time. That whoever the less powerful group is, whoever it is, I mean, whether it's women of any group or whether it's a particular group of men or whatever, the fault is always located in us, not in the structure. And that's a kind of neat way of keeping us from changing the structure. So we're supposed to think if we just looked different, if we were thinner, if we were smarter, if we were, you know, something,
right. Okay.
It would be okay. But the truth of the matter is that actually if you belong to a peripheral group rather than this, you know, the central group, probably nothing you do is right. So you might as well do what you want.
Reflecting on 2008 a little bit, I guess for me it was an eye-opener to see
the degree of bias.
Yeah, just the level of sexism with Hillary Clinton and Sarah Palin. What lessons do you think we learned from that election?
Well, I do think that a lot of people got educated about the degree of bias against females in positions of power and how deep it is. You know.
Right.
I also think that because of Hillary Clinton, the atmosphere changed. You know, because she was so courageous, how she got up every morning and faced that amount of hostility, I don't know. But she kind of changed the molecules in the air. You know, I think that now many more people can imagine a female chief of state.
Right.
I, of course, have been being asked for 30, 40 years or whatever, you know, when we're going to have a woman president, and I have always said only after several varieties of men. I mean, I never for a millisecond thought she could win, which made it all the more important to support her. And she accomplished something very important, which is to change people's perceptions.
What did Sarah Palin do?
Well, I think that she demonstrated that people are smart. You know, they can tell the difference between Phyllis Schlafly. I mean, she's Phyllis Schlafly younger.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Right.
I mean, even Phyllis Schlafly said she was Phyllis Schlafly. It's not about biology. It's about who represents the interests of the group. So Clarence Thomas doesn't represent, in his views, the majority interests of African Americans, and Sarah Palin doesn't. So it's clear that she was nominated in order to confuse, and she didn't. So I was rather proud of that fact. She really didn't confuse. I mean, you know, as I wrote at the time, I certainly did not want to see her humiliated or ridiculed, or I did not want to see people accusing her of being a bad mother because she had young children and she was running for office, unless they were willing to accuse men of being a bad father for the same reasons. But in terms of substance, she didn't represent the majority interests of